It was coincidental, if I can call it that way, that we decided that we looked at the Security Summit. We actually looked at it last year, and this year it was the right timing to join and to see that we can make it happen. We've seen in the past few years companies doing it and missing the entire point of what the Security Summit is all about.
Rather than trying to sell additional tech or additional technologies to the client, we like to see that what they spent initially has actually delivered the value that it was intended to in the first place. Guys like McAfee, WebSense, Checkpoint don't get to become the name that they are in the world. You don't get to the point where they are, by putting a bad product out there. Technologies fail because we implement them incorrectly. We don't build the right process around it, and that's why they fail.
The main thing is to keep the client updated constantly as to what's going, what returns is he getting, etc.
Maturity level of South Africa's security, the way businesses look at security is not at a mature level that it's supposed to be at, but it's slowly getting there, and through a lot of awareness, people are branching out into more different types of security, not just the typical need-to-haves, firewalls, AVs and stuff like that.
But at the end of the day, if the focus is on the information you're trying to protect, it's pretty much the same issues we've been trying to do for the past 10 years.
The South African mentality is forgive and forget, and until it changes, nothing really is going to change apart from organizations doing something about it. So as a reaction, if us as customers will decide that we forgive but never forget, meaning direct reputational damage, or if we never forgive and never forget, it's even worse, then companies will start dedicating a lot in bypassing or growing up beyond the regulations.
Africa and South Africa is ripe for the picking, so that's a next soft spot for cybercrime in the world. Where we've been doing it wrong is where we've spent the money. We haven't spent enough time understanding the detail, understanding the problems we're facing. I would say go back, reassess your environment, reassess your risks, constantly try and reinvent your process, try to be one step ahead of the problem you're trying to fix. Because from a fraud point of view, the guys committing fraud at the moment knows our businesses and our processes better than we know it ourselves.
It's easy to look at the bad guys from the outside. What happens to the not so bad guys from the inside? Because they cause tremendous damage. People that just try to do their job, but they don't know if what they do is right or wrong.
There's a mentality amongst the end users of, if I can do it, therefore I'm allowed to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A very determined internal employee who knows the systems well will probably know what he can get away with.
There's an old saying that says any person in a position of power, irrespective of position, trust, whatever, if his family's in direct need or he's in financial trouble, will think about doing something like that.
The scary thing is many in the situation we're in now, you've got your IT guys who have all this access and you've got cat watching a milk situation. So, and that's why you've got advanced technologies like privileged identity management, etc.
If you look at we call it the temptation factor in that regards, and data is money. That is for sure the case. In fact, money is data, and data is far more than money.
Ideally, the security community is very cloak and dagger. No one talks about their successes, and no one talks about the bad things either. But I think we should talk about these things more to learn from each other. And ideally, that's what the summit should be. It should not be to sell tech. It should not be to make money. It should be for a community to get together and share ideas and concepts.
Absolutely. I mean, they should walk away with an idea of what are the relevant threats out there at the moment as well, what they can do about those threats.
By basically not only using our technologies, but also by using the information they've got from the summit, they can actually make a difference in their organizations, each and every one of them.
There's return of investment, there's value, there's visibility, there's all of those tools that they want you to go out and buy new products to fulfill, but they've already got the tools that have already paid for it, but just haven't implemented. that's from a services perspective, that's what I would like to see the message companies walking away from these summits.
To eventually come and have a discussion about risks, and on the other hand, the business people will be attentive to understand that the money they're busy making as business, they can lose it in a second if they are not attentive enough to the security side of things.